Hello out there, everyone. Today I'm here with a lesson on weather. This is a lesson for 3rd standard and the topic is weather. Now, how do you feel it was today? Was it raining in the morning? Was it cloudy? Or is it warm and sunny? Well, for everyone out here in Calicut, it is a warm, sunny day in the month of January. Whereas in Delhi, it's freezing cold. In Shimla, it's cold too. In Darjeeling, also it's cold. And it's snowing in some parts of Jammu and Kashmir. The temperatures have gone to minus degrees centigrade. So, the weather here is different from that of the weather in Jammu and Kashmir or Delhi or Nainital, Mussoorie, Shimla and Darjeeling. Different areas across the world, different countries have different weather, different seasons of climate. So let me start with the lesson weather. Lesson number 5 on page 165. Now when you say about weather, in some places it's snowing, some places it's raining, some places it is sunny. So how is the weather today in Calicut? It's sunny and pleasant. It's a mild sunny weather. It's not very hot as it is in the summers because it is the month of January, and January tends to be partly a bit cold in Kerala. It's not very cold like the northern parts of India, but it is just average temperatures of cold, and it's a very pleasant weather right now. But you have the freezing temperatures when you go up north to Delhi and Ladakh and Jammu and Kashmir, and also to the northeastern states like Darjeeling in West Bengal, and you can say Nagaland and some other places. But then Gujarat is also a bit cold, Rajasthan, the desert, that's also quite cold. So temperature varies, and for that we say we are going to study about weather. Now what are the reasons why this happens? Weather happens because of the rotation and revolution of the earth. The revolution of the earth causes the seasons, and that is the reason why weather keeps changing from time to time. So let's start on page 165. Match the seasons with the months. Summer, summer is from March to June. Summer is March to June. Rainy season follows summer, that is June to September. And after rainy season comes winter, that is December to February. So right now, this is the winter season for many states in northern India. But we here in South India, we don't experience that severe winters. We have just very mild winters. It keeps the atmosphere quite cool. It's not very strong sunlight. The sun's rays are not very strong and very hot. They're just mild rays, just warming the surface land here, and it is a very pleasant weather. This month of December and January, February are very pleasant months in South India. You must have seen the weather report on TV. It tells us in advance about the maximum and minimum temperatures of some important places. Now when you take the news or watch the news on TV, you will find maximum temperature maybe 29 degrees centigrade and minimum, that is the least, is 24 or 25. This can be seen in the newspaper also, where the weather forecast is given daily. It also tells us if it would rain or snow in some places, or if it would be windy, calm or sunny. The change in the temperature, rainfall and wind in a particular area is called its weather, and the report is called the weather forecast. So that's why I told you today is a very sunny day. Maybe tomorrow it could be a rainy day with a thunder shower towards evening. So from morning it will be partially cloudy, and towards evening we'll have a light shower accompanied with thunder and lightning, or thunder or lightning. So the weather keeps changing day to day, and this is because of the effect of the rays of the sun, the wind, and also the atmospheric temperature. The weather that is given every day, shown on TV or given in the newspaper, that is the weather forecast. That means they tell you about the weather. The weather of a place keeps changing. These changes are due to the sun, wind, clouds, and rain. As I told you, the heat of the sun, the movement of breeze or wind, the rain, and the clouds all affect the weather of a place. Now let's go on to the next heading, the sun. Now you know the sun is a big star in the universe, and the sun is the source of heat and light. The sun gives us heat and light. During morning and evenings, the sun is low in the sky and the sun's rays are slanting. Now that is what happens in the morning. It is not very hot early morning. The sun's rays are slanting. It is not directly overhead. Towards evening also, it is just very cool. It's not very hot because we are getting only the slanting rays of the sun. But at midday, that is 12 noon, the sun is just overhead. That means right on top of your head, and it is very, very hot. The earth gets the direct rays of the sun, and so midday, that is 12 noon, is the hottest period of the day. At noon, the sun's rays are directly above the head and the rays fall directly on the ground. That is why it is warmer at noon than in the mornings and evenings. So as I told you, the morning also you receive the slanting rays of the sun. The evening also you receive the slanting rays of the sun. But it's only at 12 noon you get the rays that fall directly from the sun to the earth. The straight rays. That is why it is called the overhead sun at noon, and it is the hottest part of the day. Now coming to wind. Now sometimes when you can see the leaves on the trees moving very slightly, then sometimes there's a big storm and the trees are moving very from side to side, and then you find trees being uprooted, electric poles falling. That is a storm. Now this is all because of the different ways in how the air moves. Now the moving air is called wind. That is, you get the leaves lightly moving across, swaying. Then you find the leaves on the trees swaying to and fro. So that is all very light form of wind, and that is called wind. Moving air is called wind. Now it is also called breeze. Now all of us go to the beach. Why is it? To enjoy the breeze, the calm breeze or the sea breeze. We get to enjoy that cool breeze. We all go to the beach. Then when there's a stormy weather, there's lightning and thunder and rain, there's a cyclone, that is a very strong wind, or sometimes it's called a storm, and the wind or the air moves so fast and that it can uproot trees and electric poles and destroy houses too. Moving air is called wind. A gentle wind is called a breeze. Strong winds cause a storm which can uproot trees and blow away huts. Storms can cause a lot of damage. During summer, hot winds called lu blow in some parts of our country. During winter, cold and chilly winds blow. Now there is another type of wind that blows during summer. It is, if you walk out in the sun during summer in northern parts of India, you will find hot air coming and hitting your face. You feel that hot air touching your face, and that is called lu. Now to protect themselves from lu, what the people in North India do is they carry an onion with them. They either put it in their shirt pocket or pant pocket, and children are advised to keep one onion in their bag. Why? Because this onion is supposed to absorb the hot rays of the sun or the heat of the atmosphere, and that prevents you from getting attacked by the lu or getting a sunstroke. If you are too much in the sun in the summer in northern India, you are bound to have a sunstroke. Now coming to the clouds. Now the important factor of clouds is that they are the ones that give us rain. The clouds are formed, tiny droplets of water join together and form big clouds, and these big clouds, when they are becoming very heavy or saturated with water vapor, they fall down and they come down as rain. Cloudy days are cooler than sunny days. This is much because of the sun's heat cannot reach us to the cloud cover. Now before it rains, you will find the sun is covered by the clouds, and these clouds are the ones that have a lot of water vapor in them, and these clouds, they are like a barrier. They do not allow the hot rays of the sun to reach the earth. That is why cloudy days are not very hot as sunny days. Next is the rain. When it rains, the weather becomes pleasant, especially on a hot summer day. However, rains in winter make the weather cold. Farmers welcome the rain because it is good for their crops, but it should rain at the right time. Now rain is very welcome for all the animals and birds and even people like us. The peacock is one bird that's happy at the sight of rain and dances in the rain. Farmers are very happy because they get a lot of water for their crops, and they expect that they will have a good harvest. But if there is too much rain, it is a big disaster because floods will be there. And all the crops will be washed away, the fields will be covered with water, and it is a great loss to the farmers. He will have nothing for a harvest. So rain is welcome to everyone, but only thing, it should rain at the right time. If it rains in excess, the dams overflow, the rivers are flooded, and the towns and cities get flooded, houses get flooded with water. And if there is too much of floods, what happens? A lot of diseases also come up. So in fact, too much of rain, that causes floods, and floods cause a lot of disastrous things too for us. But if there is rain at the apt time with the correct amount, it is very beneficial for the farmers. With this, the first part of the lesson is over. I want you to read the lesson properly and draw a picture of a cloudy day. It is given in the textbook, a cloudy day. I want you to draw a picture, something like that. If not exactly like that, something similar to that in the notebook, and write under the picture a cloudy day. Thank you.